Protests over last week's police shootings continue into this week.
The president is back in the United States and prepares to take a country on edge.
And bridge construction starts today and could affect your morning commute. Good morning. It's Monday, July 11th, 2016. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Megan Judy.
And I'm Justin Kolar.
And I'm Tim Schmidt. It's a little rainy for us in some areas yesterday evening. The Jefferson City picking up on a little bit of that. Columbia, we stayed dry for the most part, and well, it was a hot weekend.
Thank you very much.
President Obama is back on U.S. soil today, cutting a trip to Europe short following the murders of 5 police officers in Dallas.
Tomorrow, Obama will head to Dallas to speak at an interfaith memorial service. Obama's already spoken about the violence and confrontations in this country, defending the Black Lives Matter movement, while also defending the commuters driving through Macon County today could face some delays.
Bridge construction on a section of Highway 63 will start at 8 o'clock this morning. KMU 8's Khaki Martin is live in the studio to tell us what to expect.
Construction crews will be working on the road that runs through.
Gun safety activists will rally outside the White House today. The group plans to call on Congress to enact gun safety measures. Their demands include reinstating the assault weapon ban, banning high-capacity ammunition magazines, mandating gun safety, and training and requiring universal background checks. Protests are popping up across the nation in response to the fatal shooting of 5 Dallas officers and 2 black men. After the break, we show you another way people are dealing with the pain of those who's been lost. And now with a live look over Jefferson City, this is KMU 8 News Today, coverage you can count on.
It was hot all weekend too, but it was for the most part dry unless you live a little bit closer to the lake.
Right.
Looks like
Snow falling in Montana. I
Isn't
wonder
that
what the latest record in like Columbia, Missouri would be like when we got snow this late
Oh, the
in
later
the year.
in the year.
You're talking about into May, early parts of
Right.
May.
Nothing in July, certainly.
That only happened almost 20 years ago.
Wow.
It's crazy stuff. It happens sometimes. Every now and then you can get some of that colder air to rush into the higher elevations. It's not uncommon
A little
for
snow pop and strange.
it. Yeah,
Christmas
it is.
in July, I guess.
Yes, how about that?
Thanks, Tim.
Echoes of people celebrating in Portugal could be heard across Europe last night as they took to the title in the European Championship final. The crowd erupted as Portuguese soccer fans celebrated their team's stunning 1-0 extra time victory over the home team France. On the other side in Paris, there was chaos on the city's most famous street. Police fired tear gas and used batons to disperse angry crowds. A Colombia woman is arrested after breaking into a home and hitting the person who was inside. Authorities arrested 32-year-old Tiffany Rivera on charges of first-degree burglary and third-degree assault. Deputies with the Boone County Sheriff's Department say that before breaking in, Rivera had been looking for someone she knew and refused to leave the property. Texas Governor Greg Abbott suffered severe burns while on vacation in Wyoming. Abbott made no mention of his injuries while speaking in Dallas Friday following the deaths of 5 police officers there. He suffered second and third-degree burns on his legs after coming in contact with scalding water. Abbott has used a wheelchair since a tree fell on him while jogging in 1984, paralyzing him from below the waist. Hundreds of people continue to show support by placing flowers, balloons, and messages on 2 police cars outside the Dallas Police headquarters. 5 officers were shot and killed in an ambush attack on Thursday night during a demonstration denouncing police violence. Since then, protesters have been demonstrating across the nation in response to the ambush and the shootings of 2 black men earlier last week.
Do a whole lot of things different from the generation before them.
But one habit may not be in their best interest. We'll take a look at why millennials should get back into this business.
Plus, a look at some.
The new Pokemon Go smartphone game may be fun to play, but police say robbers are taking note. The recently released game sends players on a real-world scavenger hunt to different locations to collect various Pokemon creatures. But in O'Fallon, Missouri, police say robbers used the game to lure victims to a parking lot yesterday morning using a beacon that draws players to your spot. Police say at about 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday, 4 teens robbed a person at gunpoint who was playing the game.
It may not just be as much as them using the location to find the individuals, but as well as the inattention of the persons walking around staring at their phone.
Police say the 4 teens have been linked to 11 robberies. It's not clear if the Pokemon game played a part in all of those robberies. Financial experts say millennials are missing out on something they might soon regret.
However, many of the experts say they understand why millennials are opting out. NBC's Chris Clackham has details.
A new study tells us the most and least dangerous states for seniors to drive. It's based on the relative percentage of older residents in each state killed in car accidents each year. The study says Rhode Island is the most dangerous state for drivers 65 and older, followed by Maine, Minnesota, New York, and Idaho. The least dangerous states are New Mexico, North Dakota, Louisiana, Alaska, Montana, Mississippi, and South Carolina. Facebook will soon allow you to send encrypted messages over chat that can only be read on devices where the message is sent or received. The Secret Conversations feature, which is optional, does not work across different devices. So even if a person has Messenger on their phone and computer, the conversation will only be visible on one device. June was a good month for jobs in the United States. Employers created 207,000 jobs in June, topping analyst expectations. Meanwhile, the national unemployment rate rose more than expected in June to 4.9%. Callaway County FFA and 4-H have been hosting a youth expo for the past week.
Participants wrapped up the expo with a livestock show over the weekend. KOMU8's Lauren Barnes went to Callaway County to see some Mid-Missourians' prized possessions.